Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kitten Thon 2014. I'm Rockleesmile, and I'm joined by Green 9090, Alpacapatrol, and LastGreyWoif. Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
Did you say
Good.
kitten thong?
Kitten Thon.
Kitten
Like
thon,
it's a
okay.
marathon.
That makes
I
a
wanna
lot more
have kittens
sense.
all
We're gonna
day,
watch
every
some
day.
kittens in thongs prancing
Kitten
around.
thong.
I'm sure that exists on the internet.
It probably does, and I
Guaranteed.
don't want to see it.
You don't?
Yeah.
I would look at it.
Not at all.
That
Well, see, 'cause The thong would get weird though, wouldn't it? Because like the tail would be in the way.
There's a little
know?
hole for that, where they just drag it to the side.
Uh,
Yeah,
we're
you just
really
pull the thong to
discussing
the
logistics
to the
of this,
side.
aren't we?
if you were kitten thongs.
I mean, they have like girls with cattails too, and they wear thongs sometimes, so it can't be that
That's
weird.
true. Girls with
Aren't
cattails.
those on the
just-
outside of the thong though?
yeah.
I don't know. Are they?
No, that's a butt plug. You just
Oh
put it
well,
in the
there's
butt.
that too. I wasn't.
Yeah.
There's
I
probably
wasn't thinking
both
that far.
permutations.
I'll plug
Yeah.
your butt.
Don't plug my butt. That's gross.
I'll plug
You, Austin.
But
Ugh.
yeah, Austin. Jeez. Blah. But what was I just saying? We were talking
We're
about
talking about
thongs.
kitten
butt
plugs.
plugs. Yeah.
Yeah, kitten's
Butt
butt
plugs.
plugs.
Oh my God! Imagine a kitten
Butt
butt plug
thugs
that gives
harmony.
them a second tail.
Oh my God.
The old
That
double
would
tail kitten.
probably be illegal. If we
I
had
hope
to-
so. I
I
really
think
hope
the
it
butt
would
plug
be.
itself would be illegal. You should be putting butt plugs
Yeah.
up
Well,
kittens.
that's exactly.
That's what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
The
Oh,
tail
I thought you were
part
saying
probably
the one
wouldn't
with
be
the
illegal.
tail. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm done
just
talking
like,
about this actually. Never mind.
yeah.
No,
Hey, Austin. Actually, that's what I was gonna ask. What sex are your kittens actually?
I'm
Out of
glad
curiosity.
that I thought that was going way somewhere else, but they are brothers, so
Huh.
they are male.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference would be between a cat boy and a cat girl. Although I've heard.
Penis and a vagina.
Well, yeah, but
They
I mean,
have
I think.
eyelashes and wear lipstick.
Really?
There's that too.
Yes.
Huh. Didn't know that. But
Have you ever watched cartoons? That's how it is.
hmm.
Yeah.
But butter.
Butter.
Yeah. No. I do know cats. Apparently, I've been told that cats in heat are not an enjoyable time. So
No, not at all.
yeah. So lady cat seems like it would be a bad idea. Plus, you'd have to worry about leaving it outside and it just goes out and gets pregnant or something.
Right.
It'd be very dangerous and scary.
Eating a bunch of kitties.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's
But
good
then what
if
do
you
you
love
do
lots
about
of kitties,
kitties?
but it's pretty bad in the long-term scheme of things.
Yeah, if you don't
Yeah.
want the kitties, which
Then you'd have a lot of cats.
yeah.
Soon enough, Austin will be a crazy cat lady.
Nah.
Oh, well, we're all gonna be eventually when eugenics comes out.
That's true.
Hey, that game's coming out, right, guys?
Yeah.
Someday.
I can't wait for that,
What
but I
is
really
Bushido?
especially can't wait for rebirth.
Rebath.
Rebath. But
Rebath. Is that the Boston version?
but you know what's funny is
Brandon and Isaac Rebath. That's a weird accent.
Eugenics wasn't even supposed to be like a full-fledged game, right? Like that initially
I thought
they
it
were
was.
just kind of
I thought it was.
I thought they were just working on that like on the side in between their next big project that they wanted to do. That's what I remember hearing from them. But
Well, that's Finding of Isaac started out as too, I thought.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that one was just kind of an accident. He only made that in 3 months.
So basically, what they need to do is pretend to not make games, and their games are awesome.
Yeah, that's true. Meat Boy was also a game that they were like, oh, let's make this over the summer, although they were forced to by Microsoft, and it did pretty
Wait,
well.
The original Meat Boy or Super Meat
Super
Boy?
Meat Boy.
Oh, okay.
They
Yeah.
didn't plan on it being such a short development time, and they just had to deal with all of the marketing shit that happened,
Mhm.
and they still ended up getting fucked with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, short
Yeah.
development time seemed to favor Team Meat games well.
Hey, necessity is the mother of invention.
The
simple
bare necessity.
Yeah, bare
Have to
necessities
back that.
are the mothers of invention. Invention.
Nirvana.
Nirvana-shin.
Nirvana Sharn.
Dave Nirvana.
Easy rares.
Why did I just take damage?
That card
His Austin's
dies.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Austin's card deck is kind of an asshole this time. I'm noticing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
an
you guys
asshole,
should
but it's
attack
not a one that wins. It's just the one that is an asshole and
Just
it dies.
fucks with everybody.
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what you should do to it. to make it not do that.
You could do it. Put your ass into it.
Yeah.
Where's this fucking Bear? I need to hear Bear sing that song.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Does Bear Taffy have a snake friend? Because he should.
I can see it.
Bagheera Taffy. Wait, who's the snake?
Bagheera Taffy. That sounds like a Godzilla monster.
Bagheera Taffy.
Oh, everyone run! It's Bagheera Taffy.
No, why does everyone hate me in this game
Have
already?
you read what that
Oh.
fucking card does?
Yeah.
Fuck that card.
It's a
Also,
nasty-
Rob swore to like track you down and shit. So
There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So wait, then that means you don't have to attack me because Rob will do it for you.
Well, I mean.
Well,
that
I'm
card's
getting
pretty
rid
shitty.
of that card because it just fucks with everybody, and I don't like it.
No, tell the real reason, Green. The real reason is you really hate neighbors.
There's that.
And beat that inside joke into the ground.
Yeah, you will.
we're all equal now, pretty much in health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty fair game.
Yeah. Roughly.
No.
I mean, we have all been like exclusively damaged by Austin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
it is true.
I wonder
Well,
what
it was
that-
Rob who triggered it, though.
No, it wasn't.
No, that's
You
not true.
attacked
You
me.
attacked with it.
Yeah, well, he's the one who killed it, though.
He decided to block.
You could have not blocked it. You could have not blocked it, and all you would have been saved.
You can't shoot a bullet into a crowd and then like a kid walks in front and gets hit by the bullet and you're like, well, it's the kid. He walked in front of my bullet. It's the kid's
Wait,
fault.
though. You,
Oh my god! Look at this thing.
Wow,
Oh,
that's really
Christ.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
do anything.
Wow,
Ah,
dicks.
Yeah.
dog dicks.
Why specifically?
that.
Was...
Maybe kitten dicks. Austin has some of those.
No. No.
You know, those have barbs on them.
Do they? That's terrifying.
I've
Yeah.
heard that too. It's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you guys stop being afraid of me now?
No.
Why?
Why?
No.
Got a 5-5 and a 4-4 and a 1-1.
They're not
Yeah.
flying
That
or
is
anything.
four. It adds up to more than me.
They're not flying or anything. Did you hear?
I guess.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
not a joke. That's
oh,
just saying what
no.
you said again.
No, let's not
No,
read.
I'm not saying because it's scary. I'm saying because it's the card that no one ever gets right ever.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
God,
Oh.
wolf time.
Oh no.
It's wolf time, friends.
Don't read cards, guys.
Leave your angry
That's not
comments
fair.
now.
Yeah. Tell us how this card works for the 4th episode.
Wait. Now I'm really scared. Beginning your upkeep for the 2/2 green wolf creature.
Your
token.
odds are like
Yeah.
1 in 1,000 of figuring out how to use that card properly.
I know how to. I've used this card before. This is
Oh,
like
shit,
one of
are
the
you gonna
few.
be the redeemer?
This is one of the few cards that I actually remember from when I used to play Magic.
Make us proud, man. Somebody's got to be able to play that card.
Wait, does it give you plus? I don't even fucking know.
It's just +1/+1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you just.
Fine.
What's going on?
There. Can we stop being afraid of me now?
Double striking.
Oh
you just
shit!
nuke a creature with the wolves.
You nuke a cola.
That's the lot. That
Yeah.
but then it never does.
And then they deal damage back to the wolves.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's what it says. It never works though.
That's not true?
Yeah. No, I mean
It's supposed to be.
yeah.
Or we're all
Am I
just
wrong?
really bad
Am I
at
reading it wrong?
No.
Oh
You're
my
right.
God.
It's just
Huh.
every time someone tries to use it, it fails.
Okay.
Is that deck about trying to make us all lose at the same time?
It
I
seems to
don't-
Yeah,
be.
seems like it.
What is this? Each player loses 3 life. What the fuck is the point of
I
cards that
know.
make everybody lose 3 life for no reason?
Yeah. I think it's just so that you can probably attack with like flying demons.
It
that
just
he
makes it
has.
shitty against people who have like lifelink and stuff.
Yeah,
like the only
basically.
reason I see to use cards like that is if you also have good ways to replenish health, so that other
It
people
probably
don't.
does.
Maybe it does. I haven't seen any sign of that. I've just seen him damaging a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's gonna happen if you attack me, Nick.
Man. Well, you're tapped out. You don't have death touch.
No, I know, but you're gonna make everyone lose 3 life.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
you're gonna make everybody lose 3 lives.
No, he's gonna.
No.
It's going to be.
You can't tell me
Are
that
you blaming the victim right
You're
now?
playing a card that's gonna deal
Now
3
it's
damage to
still
everybody.
My fault.
Of course it's still your fault. Why are you...
It's your gun.
Yeah.
You effectively
no gun.
filibustered me out of attacking you, Austin. Good job. I was dragging the card to you, and it stopped me right before I reached your profile picture.
Your pork file picture.
Your pork
Is
file.
Is that like a pigs only social network?
Man, I feel like I should be attacking, but
I thought it was a
fucking...
dude that likes that pigs.
Yeah, you should
Porcophile.
attack Austin.
I don't know what to do, guys. I don't
You
know how to
should
play
attack
4-player
Austin.
Magic.
Yeah.
If you attack
kinda hard.
Austin, you'll be causing us to lose 3 life, I heard.
Yeah, and then it's,
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
gonna be all my
true.
fault.
Yeah.
100%
But then
my
he
fault.
won't have any more of those cards.
I'm just gonna be pacifistic until I know I can win. But that's never gonna happen, so I'm just gonna lose. Oh wait, no, continue.
They should do one that's a setup like a chain of mines. So, like, if you have 3 of that other same card, when someone kills one of them, it triggers the other 3 to explode as well, doing 3 more damage to everyone else.
more like 3 more hamage. Am I right?
Yeah, you on the
What?
pork file. It's your degree of hamage on the pork file.
It's a fun game.
It's a bun game, more like. Am I
Oh,
right?
got him. What is
Hey, oh.
that?
That's just that thing. Whoa.
What's your favorite kind of
Don't do
biscuit?
that.
Do you have a
What's-
favorite kind of biscuit?
The biscuit kind.
the
Bisquick.
lip kind.
The leprechaun.
So wait, what does Bushido do?
Oh,
Whenever it
don't even-
blocks
we
or
don't
becomes blocked. Okay.
So Austin's gonna do 3 damage to everybody. By the
No,
way.
Rob's doing 3 damage.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah. Thanks, Austin.
Rob,
Yeah.
He
See.
attacked me.
Thanks, Obama.
He knew. He knew.
Those cards are gonna die anyway eventually.
It's true.
I see a 4-way tie eventually happening.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be amazing. Has that ever happened?
Awesome.
Probably an achievement for that, I'd
I
imagine.
think you probably could do it. Like if you had something that.
Oh yeah.
There's that one card that does like 5 damage to everyone on the board or something like that. So if already has 5 health,
Yeah.
you know, it's possible. It's the Ben
Rob had a
Whoa.
stroke.
Glad
Are
you
you
sang
okay?
that song for us, Rob.
Yeah. It's a good song.
Zip bop booby Cosby sweater.
Gotta say, still concerned about Nick. I don't know what to do about it.
No, it's still me, guys. Please.
Concerned about Nick.
This is...
No, I mean I have a motive this whole time, so
Yeah, it's
You know.
killing me. I
Yeah,
understand.
just killing Austin.
yeah, that's my main thing.
But- Oh, apparently Nick also wants to kill Austin.
Both
I'm
of us are-
helping.
those are gonna
Thank you, Nick. Yeah.
Are they just gonna blow
Uh
up?
oh.
No, they're gonna get
Oh,
death
wait a
touch.
second. He has death touch.
Yeah,
for both
oh,
of
that's gonna
those.
be
God
bad.
damn it.
Yeah.
I forgot he wasn't tapped out.
Oh, that's butts.
Do it to yourself. I'm still dead, but you know,
Yeah, that's true.
at least I took my rage out in anger on those 2 creatures.
So, Green, you could take him down to 1 health and give me the pleasure of destroying him, and then you guys can do whatever you want to me.
Green, bring me down to 3 health. I have a specific reason for it.
No,
I don't want
Trying
to.
to kill 2 of us.
No, that's a bad idea.
No, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself. I have a card that'll deal 3 damage to me. So bring me
Uh-huh.
down to 3 health.
Just bring him down to 1 health and let me take him out. Let me
I
do
don't-
it, Green.
Take my own.
I'll-
so
I'll
Rob
I'll love you forever if you do it.
Take the shot.
Take the shot, Green. Take him down to
I don't
1
want to
health.
tap myself out either.
No, you just have to
Yeah,
do
don't
3.
do that.
Use 3 creatures. That's all it is.
I feel
You
like
won't
something
even
bad's
tap
gonna
yourself
happen to
fully
me. Because have
Yeah,
you
you
guys seen his deck?
Hypnotic Crow.
I only do 1 damage, so that's
Prove you're not a
why.
crow.
You're craving.
Whatever. Okay, if you guys want me to do it too, then I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
Just don't take
Yeah.
advantage of me.
Why do you gotta let Rob do it? Why do you gotta let him win?
I'm not gonna win. I'm gonna lose this game. I
No,
don't
you're
care.
winning. This is you winning.
Well, I mean, I win against you.
Yeah,
and that's-
you're like, it's like we're playing Town of Salem and you're the executioner.
Yeah.
You didn't place. You don't get to stand on the pedestal at the end of the game with us.
Yeah.
Celebrate our various medals.
Oh, okay, I see.
How come they don't give us medals in this game? That would make it so much more exciting.
Yeah, instead it just
That's
tells you
nice,
how
yeah.
bad you lost at the end of the game. You lost.
Yeah, I'm more
You
concerned about who
defeated.
won.
That's some paragraphs right there. Never return that card to about what? Wow,
Bye,
If
Austin.
it's a samurai.
that's a
card.
really cool card.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But then I think it also exiles them, right? Like, it's put in the graveyard from the battle, exiled, equipped. Oh, I see. So it's like a like a double-edged sword, because like if you can destroy the Oathkeeper to Kano's Daisho,
The
then
Oathkeeper.
then you can kill the Araba Moth Rider.
More like
Moth Rider. Yeah. So I just want to say hashtag suck it, Austin.
Is it a
You
hashtag?
guys enjoy yourself. Yep, it's a hashtag.
It's been said.
It's a hashtag.
It's- Yeah. Oh, and my grudge is complete. It feels good.
It sounded like you said my crotch is complete.
Well,
Oh, don't
to be honest,
get rid of my
done.
wolves. Oh.
Crotch complete.
Joke's on you though. I was gonna make everyone take 3 damage again.
Yeah, I
yeah, I'm not
I know.
surprised by that. Yeah,
what
fuck
what
you.
else could you possibly be talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna if Green was considering that, I was gonna tell you to read us the name and the description of the card. So you'd have to make some shit up.
No, I did actually have a card that would only deal damage to myself and draw cards.
Oh, really? But it did
Yeah.
3 damage?
Yeah, it was like 5 mana though. It's like you draw 3 cards, but you take 3 damage.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I don't understand this Mere Sire thing. It's like when it dies, it puts another 1/1 token out,
Oh.
but like it's just like Undying, but stupider.
Like a worse
Basically.
Undying.
Oh,
It's like it just
Primeval
didn't die.
Buddy.
Oh boy.
That would have been great like 3 turns ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh.
have the forest for it.
It's still pretty good though, right now.
It's
Because
alright.
like I don't know, does that combo with the wolves being spawned?
Yes.
I don't have the wolves anymore.
Oh, you
exiled
lost
the
the
wolves.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that
was
man, you
rude.
kill one of those and then the other one's gonna be the last one. Nobody? Okay, I'll leave.
No, sorry, I'm reading a card.
Oh,
I didn't get it.
It's the second joke now in
I'm
2
sorry,
Magic
I'm
episodes
Rickard.
that I've made, and then everyone's just been like, nah.
sometimes the Skype cuts out in the middle of you saying stuff too,
Oh,
and that's
Yeah.
really sad. It's like the Skype of Skypes.
it is.
The
like the
Skype
Skype
of
of
Skypes.
Is that double strike?
No,
no.
it's Bushido.
I thought Bushido was butthole.
Shido!
I thought it said
Bush-
flying butthole one.
It's got the flying butthole ability.
It's
very
the
dangerous.
Fly in the butthole and
It's a
the
great
fly in the
combo.
butthole.
It's the fly in the butthole. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
You get to fly right in
can't-
there.
I can't
What up, you
abide.
The dude can't abide. Yeah, alright, that's fair.
Well,
What did you do to it?
You dispatched it.
I basically just put it to pasture for a while.
Oh, you ex-spores. He just wanted to live in this country as a,
You may
as a
not.
man.
He
Yeah.
was deported. I asked for his
Yeah.
papers, please, and all he gave me was a stick of chewing gum. So I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, out of here.
Sad. Poor man. Oh snap!
Primeval Bounty, man. Shit's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah. Ugh.
let's see.
Oh god. That whole deck is like centered around it, but I feel like that deck should have
Oh,
a
shit,
card
Paul
that lets you
Oakenfeld.
draw it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's summoning. What have I done? I cast it on the wrong one. I meant to cast it on the other one.
What have you done?
Oh no.
Ah,
Wait, why does it
oh,
have so much damage?
Shit, 9
Primeval
Really?
Bounty, man.
Did some things on it.
Shit's
Oh
real.
right, Primeval Bounty. I forgot
Yeah.
it does that. God, that card is so good.
Card's great.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Really wish I didn't kill my 2 creatures before.
Wish you didn't kill me.
Mm.
I wish I had cast that spell on the right creature.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever kills the first person usually loses. I don't know why it is that way.
Because you
Whoever kills the Durst
commit
person
resources.
usually loses as well. Yeah. Well, yeah. It It depends, because like if it's like an ohms race, then it doesn't necessarily end that way.
Right.
But like a lot of times it'll just be like dominoes essentially. It's like one guy goes down and then
The first that's vulnerable, yeah.
yeah, basically.
What does that do?
Yeah.
Casting a land? Oh, gain 3 life. That's pretty sweet. I didn't even know about that part.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh, god damn, you got the kitty cat in.
Oh man.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a scare. Wow.
I didn't doubt that that was coming for me.
Yeah, you're kind of a scary dude right now. I apologize.
It's okay.
might be
Do I have
overkill.
enough to kill any of these?
I mean, you can kill him, but
You should probably just use everything to block that 19 damage.
Right?
Well, it has
Or at
trample
least
though.
enough to.
It has
Sick.
trample,
Well,
so it
yeah,
might
but-
not be a good idea to do that.
Well, but he could still like potentially
10.
kill it,
12,
Maybe.
14. Wait,
or at
12.
least mute.
No, I still can't kill it either.
Yeah, but you could stop the damage. You could stay alive for a turn. I don't know what you get, but
I have nothing in my hand, so staying alive is like.
I
You
don't
can
know,
draw
maybe you get,
another
like, a
land
kill
and play it.
you can draw another land. Yeah, man.
You could draw a kill everything card or something.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Heard only losers play that deck though.
Oh.
At least I'm calling you a
Is
loser.
that enough damage mitigation?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
I just wanted to kill a bunch of his creatures to make your life a little easier.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Hmm.
I also ran out of time. I was still working on my blockers. It's really a dick move that they give you such a short timer to work out the blockers, especially when the
Yeah.
UI is so unintuitive.
Yeah.
I wish I could turn that off.
Oh, wait a second.
Like we could just trust each other to not
Yeah.
waste
Yeah.
our time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You can do it, Rob.
I
Wait, sorry, I'm supposed to
wonder-
hate you. Fuck you, Rob.
Well,
Well,
the kitty cat is gone. It's a little less daunting, but it's still pretty bad.
I got a key cat right
Oh,
here, though.
man. You know, I think I can get like really close, but I don't think I.
You're edging.
Yeah, I'm basically. Yeah.
Well, it's your
Okay,
best
so
shot,
if I-
so. Oathkeeper.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
3 land remaining. I'm gonna make this like
Okay,
unintentionally.
so hang on. Bushido gives you what?
When it's only when you block
No,
though.
more info.
Yeah.
Right. But he's gonna block me.
Oh! Oh man! It worked.
Wait,
I did have
Did
enough.
you trust in the heart of the cards?
I did. I thought that my math was wrong, but my math was right. I win.
no, you
You
don't.
win?
Use blockers.
No, he doesn't. They can't block any. They can block only flying.
No way.
Yeah.
No
Oh.
way.
Holy shit!
I didn't know those could only block flying. Fuck.
That turnaround, though.
God damn it.
Holy
I
I should have
Yes.
attacked with those then.
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought they were
Yeah,
just
no,
better
you
blockers, but they actually aren't blockers.
No, yeah, they only block
Okay.
flying.
This is why I don't
can
play Magic
say
anymore.
in good conscience, that was a pretty good game.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
That
Well
was a good
played,
one.
Rob.
Well, except for Austin.
Yeah,
I
fuck
feel-
you, Austin.
I feel a little bad.
I'm glad
but
we-
not really.
Well, no, like, did you see the deck he was using? That's the kind
That's
of deck
true.
that just pisses everybody off and makes you
Yeah, that's
lose.
true. Yeah,
That's
it.
We all random, so we can't really hold him responsible.
Sure, but, you know,
I do. I completely hold.
I hold
Austin
him-
responsible.
yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of do too.
100%.
Well, Robin Green can hold him responsible.
It's very possible.
Oh, viewers. Yeah, I actually thought I didn't have enough damage, but I did in the end, surprisingly. So.
What changed? You just counted again?
Well, no, I had a choice between two things. Like I had a lightning helix that could have done 3 damage to him and given me 3 life. So I thought that I
Right.
needed to use that plus the double strike. And I had like 1 less land than I needed to use that, but I just didn't because he had 16 health. Because Austin did 3 damage to everybody earlier in the game.
Yeah, so look who actually helped you win in the end.
I know, your death helped me survive. So the grudge was worth it.
Stand on the
Fine.
shoulders of giants.
Yeah.
Really just me
Yeah.
not reading my cards made me lose.
Yeah, it happens a lot in Magic. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like people,
Well.
none of us are pros, so you know.
But
I
feel
didn't
free
even
to
know
leave
it was
comments
commenters
on the
are.
mistakes we
The
made.
commenters are pros.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that I used the right card combination, because if I hadn't, then man, they would have been real angry.
You're probably angry for the first minute you were deciding it. Just
Yeah.
they might have already commented. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
They won't go back and edit it, It's just the way it is. They're gonna leave it up in negative.
It would be funny if we edited these videos so that they made us seem really smart. You just cut in moments with different cards and just
How would we do
use
that?
different snippets. Well, we'd have to use different snippets of everyone's words and then meld them together in order for them to say things like, "I am a big butt." So,
That would make us look smart?
yeah, well, that would make the person winning look smart. And then you just have to cut in the cards that would work.
Not
and
following.
You win.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically, just watch out for the next Magic episode. 'Cause it might be amazing, and I might look like a super smart guy. I don't know.
Okay.
So
Might
there's
happen.
your out. If Rob ever does anything extremely smart for real, you can just say it was all in the editing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
edited
exactly. Yeah.
So Rob
It's
just said the word
movie magic.
smart. I'm sure he said the words I'm and not. So basically, you guys need to go and edit that.
That's
And
true,
I'm
yeah.
not smart.
Yeah.
Wow, you said that in a full sentence though. So now I can just use that.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
makes it
I-
way
I
easier.
Do that. I've pretty much gotten it there.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
I look
one.
forward to your future Frankenstein abortion of a Magic episode edited together. It's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
abortion.
Hey, people on YouTube, it's been already a week now that you've seen the last episode of Game of Thrones. Was it really awesome? We're recording it the day before. So, I don't know. Maybe it was great.
Wait.
What?
I'm trying to think if that's actually true. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's Friday. Or
Yeah.
right
this
now.
is Fridays. The next one that's coming up on Monday or Sunday is the second to last.
Yeah.
There's one.
No, he's
more
talking
episode.
about the previous episode of Game
He's
of
talking
Thrones.
about
Yeah, I'm talking-
tomorrow. Just
talking
Not the
about
last one of the
that's
season.
coming out
I thought you
tomorrow
meant the
was
last,
good.
No.
last one.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of not, because there's only 10 episodes in a season, and it's kind of shitty, because I wish there were more, but, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but,
I kind of
they-
wish that day would never come.
They pump
Yeah.
so much money into that. How much can they really expect to
That's the
keep pumping money
thing,
in?
yeah. I mean, it's got a $100+ million budget, which is kind of insane, because that's the same budget for a theatrical release of a film.
Sure.
But it's fun, but they make that back, and a lot more.
Oh yeah, they're just like, hey, let's fuck it. Let's just hire a fucking army. There you
Yeah,
go.
I gotta imagine the Game of
that.
Thrones IP is fucking massive now.
It's actually, just the other day I saw this on Reddit. It is the best-selling or most viewed HBO show of all time.
That doesn't
And
surprise
that's-
me at all.
Yeah, what's also crazy about that too that you have to keep in mind is those are just Nielsen ratings, right? So that's people with Nielsen boxes that
Yeah.
track
Sure.
the viewership. You also have to keep in mind that Game of Thrones is the most pirated television show of all time as well. So it's
Right.
double those numbers. So yeah, I mean, Game of Thrones is
So
really
HBO,
fucking
get your shit
popular.
together. You could have double the viewers, according to
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
I
just
mean-
stop making it impossible to view it without pirating,
Yep.
Mhm.
that'd be awesome.
Here's what'll happen. You'll probably have 60 to 75% as much money per viewer, sure, but you'll get twice the the amount of viewership. So why would that not?
Is there-
It's more money. What?
Is there the possibility though that HBO could still be under contract with cable companies to where they can't do that?
Maybe.
They have
that's a
enough money that they could probably
possibility,
buy their way around it.
Yeah, really.
And you know what? No, because they were able to put some of their shows on Amazon Prime. Remember?
Yeah.
They have The Godfather, they have select seasons of True Blood and stuff like that. So it's just them wanting to get.
I don't know.
all the
I'm
money
just trying
into
to bring
it.
this back down to freaking cable companies again because fuck
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
They're
I
pretty
agree.
bad
Fuck
people.
them, basically, yeah.
I think it's just the
Basically, fuck
the
them.
Nintendo conundrum that they think they're better than everyone because their show's so successful, so they can just make the rules because that's how it works for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's working.
Right,
They're getting
yeah.
a ton of money. They're just not thinking
could
about
add
how
more.
they can make more.
and they could get so much more money. So
And
much
goodwill.
more money.
Which is, I think, a more important resource than the money itself. The goodwill is where the long-term money comes from.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're in the same boat again, like you said, like Nintendo, where it's like no amount of goodwill is really going to make them sell more at this point. You know, like, because like I think if like EA or Activision does a lot of goodwill, then they probably will sell more because people might go back to companies that they maybe have boycotted. But everybody knows HBO is really good, and everybody knows that they really love Mario and Zelda. So like, even if Nintendo didn't fuck people over, they probably wouldn't, you know, get more people into Mario and Zelda. So I
think they would if they would start just subcontracting their IPs and let there be like a 360 version of the new Zelda game. I think
they'd sell so much more.
Bonkers.
So cool. Yeah, they would sell so well if they did that.
Yeah.
But they would get. But again, I guess it's like the HBO situation where they would
They
get
don't
like
have to.
60% of. Yeah, they don't have to, and they would get 60% per customer, instead of 100%
wanna
of less
dilute.
customers, which is, you know, whatever. I guess they could at least put it on the PC. That would be nice.
Can you imagine how cool it would be to play a Zelda game with a real controller? Oh my god, I forgot what that feels like.
It's really good.
Know, it's been years. It's been years.
Oh,
Hey,
I have
actually-
emulators anymore.
The surprise, the thing here is that since this episode is going up on Friday, that means E3 is going to be over.
Oh my god.
Nintendo,
Oh right.
Did Nintendo announce a new Zelda in the past few days?
Fuck that. Did Frog Fractions 2 get announced?
Did actually, yeah, I saw the leak.
Here's
got a name,
my
too,
guess. This is what Nintendo is making. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U 7 DX, 5
already announced
million. Did they really? Well, so that one, and then you know, Hyrule Warriors is gonna have online voice chat or something. That's it. That's really
They're
Nintendo.
No
finally adding
multiplayer.
voice chat to one game.
It's not gonna have online multiplayer. It's just the voice chat.
I think
Yeah, just online
Monster
voice
Hunter
chat.
was the first one to have voice chat, but I think it's also maybe the only one. Am I correct in saying that?
Man, I want
I
to
don't
play
know, I have
Monster
no
Hunter.
idea.
I've heard it's Dark
Dracula's
Soulsy.
Monster Hunter.
I've heard those
Dracula's
good. Hey-oh. I never played Monster Hunter. I've
neither.
heard they were good though.
Yeah.
They're
I've
like
heard
Dark
combat
Souls,
systems
Rob,
they
because
said.
they're like
Yeah.
Dark Souls. They're like Dark Souls. If you like Dark Souls,
wait.
you might enjoy
Those
them.
ones specifically, though. Those
Wait.
ones specifically. The Souls games combat system supposedly based on Monster Hunter.
Wait, are
So-
you saying that they're like Dark Souls?
They're very much like Dark Souls. You should investigate
Yeah.
Wow.
of Dark Souls.
Yeah. Hey, who doesn't care about WildStar?
Me.
I don't.
What even is that game?
I don't
It's
know.
a meme. It's an MMO.
A
Okay.
meme.
A meme.
You live in a rocket ship, right?
Yeah, a rocket house.
Rocket
Very-
house.
Very different. Yeah.
You guys, how many Watchdog ads have you guys watched?
Yeah. I still
Except-
haven't played that game.
Me
Still
neither.
seems pretty good. It's
I remember
alright.
you were so hyped about it, Rob.
I was, and then they came out with like a month before the game came out. They were like, "Hey, remember all that really awesome next-gen graphics stuff that we said that we were gonna do? We were just fucking with you. That's not in. It looks like
Yeah.
it was made in 2006." And
It
it's
really
like,
does,
All
yeah.
right, great.
Also,
Sure.
it's incredibly poorly optimized, so even if you have a cutting-edge computer, you'll still get about 45 frames per second on it.
Yeah, yeah, and like anything else, it's like. Yeah, there's all this cool emergent gameplay where you can learn what people do and then decide on how to treat their lives and stuff, and you know, blah, all those emergent shit. And it's like, not really. Like that's again, it's just a gimmick that
You use a
kinda-
profiler, and it tells you 2 bits of information about NPCs, and you can't interact with them in any way. But you can press X to hack things.
There you go.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
that was going to be the case as soon as they put out the first thing. I was like, okay, this is not going to be as cool
No.
as it looks.
I did
It never
too.
is.
I did
Yeah.
too. I knew that in my heart, but I hoped that like, you know, maybe next gen really is next gen this time. Maybe the actual plan.
Maybe
they
next
actually-
gen really is next gen this time.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause, I mean,
true,
the
like-
same thing
like-
happened last time.
Well, like
Yeah.
Xbox 360, PS3, that was really cool. Like the graphics were really good at the time when they'd come out. Like
Oh, Perfect Dark Zero with the jelly coverings on everything looks so good.
PS3 actually did like graphically it looked really good, like that really shitty dragon game that launched.
Lair.
PS3, yeah.
Where you had to use the DualShock to control the dragon, and it controlled like shit until they patched it so you can use the analog
Well, that
stick.
that
Yeah.
like wore
Next
off
gen is
like
fucked.
That wore off
Yeah.
in like a week.
Yeah.
That wore off the
Well,
second I
but
saw it.
The thing is, though, like with like the PS3 and Xbox 360, maybe not the Xbox 360 as much, but the PS3 graphically looked like when they were showing stuff, it was like, oh, that is actually far and above what we have on any other place. But like with the Xbox One and the PS4, it's like, oh, so you're getting graphics that look like the PC games that I've been playing for the past 3 years.
Yeah,
they're
we're
not
reaching
even
that
still,
ceiling
they're
kind
still
of.
shittier.
Yeah, they're still
Yeah, they're
kinda
not as
shitty,
good
but
as
it's like-
PC yet.
yeah, and it's like, oh,
They
well,
run at 29 frames per second at 900 resolution.
yeah,
Like, with
Yeah.
graphics that look like they're 5 years old. Okay, great. That's really cool. I don't want to pay $400 for that. I have a computer.
And
Right,
the sad thing
that's-
is like
yeah.
Mario Kart 8 just came out in the Wii U, and that looks so fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
it's designed so well. It's not trying to be all realistic. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like, all right, this is 1080, it's Mario, and it looks unbelievably fantastic.
Yeah,
The
we're
game
definitely
does
to
look
that
really
point
pretty.
where good art trumps good like graphic fidelity
Yeah.
at this point.
I mean, I think it really did always kind of like you can even look back at, like, and I still think Ocarina of Time looks good. I actually do, but you can see that did not hold up
No.
nearly as well as Wind Waker, and
Yeah.
Wind Waker is an inferior game, like mechanically, but it still looks like 100 times better.
Yeah, it still looks
than
good right
Ocarina
now.
of Time.
Yeah, like if somebody
Yeah.
put that out right now, it would still be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
And
buff the
Nintendo
resolution
did.
a little bit. Yeah, they
Nintendo
did,
it was
right.
$60. That's
Yep.
I was gonna buy that. I was gonna buy Wind Waker HD, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'll just go on the Wii, because like I don't have anything else to play on the Wii U because there's no games. So I look on my Wii U. It's like, okay, let's get Wind Waker HD. How much could that be? $20? You know, $30 maybe. $60. Oh, so the Wind Waker game that I played 10 fucking years ago in
That
HD
only cost $40.
Yeah,
the time.
right, exactly. And they didn't fix any of the problems with the game, like the lack of dungeons at the end because the game wasn't finished. Oh, and like literally
I heard
they
they
added
changed the
HDR. They apparently they changed some stuff around, like they made the final
Less
fetch
tedious.
quest not as shitty, but it's still shitty because it's a fetch quest. And then, but also it's just like, yeah, HD graphics, that's great. I can do that on my Dolphin emulator as well. You know, like I can do the same thing.
Right.
It's still HD.
I'm-
I don't have HDR lighting. Ooh, HDR lighting, but I don't have to pay fucking $60 for a
I'm
game I already
really
bought.
hoping, like, I think it was 2 years ago, or it might have been 3 years ago, when, you know, Nintendo quote unquote won E3. Like, when they basically announced like 7 of their original IPs for new games, and it was like, oh yeah, the hype. I really want that again, but I also want it to like be real, because it wasn't even that
Yeah.
when it
They
happened.
stopped caring about E3. They
Yeah.
haven't even gone to one in the last 2 years.
Well, no,
if I
yeah, but they
remember
still do
correctly.
their E3 like
Nintendo
Right.
Connect.
Nintendo
thing.
Direct. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what they do. I mean, it's kind of sad that like the most exciting. I mean, besides Mario Kart 8, because that does legitimately look really cool, right? I totally
Yeah,
get
it's super
that.
fun.
That looks legitimately like really cool. I really want to play that. That looks good. New Super Smash Bros. Looks really cool too. Like I'd play that. But beyond that, it's kind of shitty and kind of a little bit sad that the biggest news stories and the biggest releases for the Wii U, so like or the things that people were most hyped for over the past couple of years for the Wii U were Wind Waker HD, which is a game that came out 10 years ago, and now GameCube controllers are going to work for the Wii U again. So it's like 15 years ago. Yeah, it's just like hey, remember the GameCube? That was great, right? Let's just pretend this is the GameCube now.
Think about what that says about the culture behind the whole world of Nintendo right now. So the things that we're most excited about are the things that push us the furthest away from talking about the Wii itself
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
in general.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
and
I
just
did
take us
see-
back to when Nintendo was a good company.
Yes,
It's exciting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I did see a
mean,
list of what I believe to be the E3 list of like what they're going to talk about, and on that list, and maybe it was not true, but there was a Zelda game on that list, and there was also
Yeah.
2
Shards of Nightmare?
remakes.
Mhm.
I don't know what the title was.
I think I saw
remember.
the same thing you were talking about.
Yeah, it was on
Remake.
Reddit, but it also had
So-
remakes of 2 GameCube games on it, inclinging
Really?
Wave Race.
What?
Oh, really?
Maybe they're going to charge $60 for more GameCube games
Maybe.
because that probably worked really well.
Well,
Yeah.
Wave Race
I'm sure it did.
was a launch title, right, for
Yeah, it was.
GameCube? That was boxed in, if I remember correctly.
Dude, Luigi's Mansion was a launch title for GameCube,
Yeah, I don't
and
think
that
it
game's
was.
amazing.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
good.
Was it?
I never played Luigi's Mansion 2. Was that any good?
I heard it was
DS,
good,
wasn't it?
but it's on the DS, so I was pissed
Yeah.
off.
I think Luigi's Mansion was cool because it was like, oh, wait, Nintendo's making a new game again? Like a
Yeah,
new
it was
Yeah.
really its own
series?
thing. It was its own
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time they made a new IP was what? Like Pikmin? I mean, I'm not counting Nintendogs because fuck that. But like, and like the Wii Sports and all that stuff. But like Pikmin, that was fucking beautiful. That game. Like,
Yeah,
it was,
Pikmin was
that was
incredible.
something that you like love about Nintendo is that they'll just be like, oh, everybody's getting like high fidelity bullet physics. That's cool. We're gonna make a game where you pick up carrot people out of the ground and throw them at giant monsters because it might be fun.
We're gonna make
And
an
it is.
RTS that you can play easily with the controller. How about that?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, and that was cool. I would love to see a
Trying to
new
think
IP
of,
from them.
like,
They had plenty of other IPs. They just don't count because they're not for our, world.
Right.
The We Play, We Music,
Oh.
all of that shit. Tomodachi Life, apparently now recently. That is a Nintendo game, right?
I would
I think
count
so,
Wii
yeah.
Sports as like Wii Sports. You gotta give it credit for what it did for like the Wii. Like
It
when
was
everyone
fun,
bought a
I
Wii,
guess, yeah.
they played Wii Sports, and
But
Mhm.
it
it
could
was
have
really
just as
fun.
easily been anyone that made that. It doesn't feel like
Yeah.
anything that only Nintendo.
Yeah,
did.
I'm giving it
Yeah.
credit for like a different reason though. Like it kind of
Well,
was its own success. In a way.
Also, yeah, but also like Wii Sports, like I had fun playing Wii Sports. I'm not gonna lie, but I probably also have fun playing checkers at home with friends as well,
Sure.
and that kind of is what it felt like. Like it felt like a toy,
Yeah.
and it kind of was. It was kind of just a
It
toy.
didn't
wasn't
need to be
really
a Nintendo hardware system that made that experience possible. It could have been anything that you could buy at Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It really could have been like one of those fakey systems that come with like Snake or
Yeah.
Backgammon on
The
it or something.
Mattel
Yeah.
gameplay station.
Mm-hmm. Like it was pretty and it was nice and that's cool, but it's still. I just want Nintendo back, man. That's all I want.
yeah, they don't
have it.
have to make new IPs. Just make the good ones.
I know. Yeah, like apparently someone told me again, like in the rumored list of Nintendo games that they're gonna announce, which I still, the way that I'm looking at it is I'm not, and maybe like now since you're watching this on Friday, I'm totally fucking wrong, and I so hope so, but I'm not gonna get excited for Nintendo bringing back Star Fox like it's supposed to be rumored until I see it. Because for like right now, it looks like is they're probably gonna announce like the new GameCube controller. They're just gonna announce it officially in their thing, and then like Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, Bongo Blast Baja Free Zone, and like and then it's like that, and it's like all right, whatever.
Yeah,
sure.
I brought up
Return of the Vitality Sensor.
I brought up this leak of Nintendo showroom games, and
Oh, you found it.
yeah, we have Bayonetta 2, which should be really
We
good.
already knew that was coming out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's Hyrule Warriors. There's The Legend of Zelda Unbound King.
Yeah, Unbound King, that's the title.
Really hope that that's gonna be the
The Dark Souls 2 DLC.
No, that's gonna be a Zelda Tetris crossover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Party 10, Nintendo U. Don't know what that is. Pokemon Fighter Tournament.
What?
Pushimo World, Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that confuses the shit out of me, by the way. I saw
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
I don't understand where they're going to take that whole thing, but I can't comment on it since I haven't seen it.
Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and then Wii U HD Collection, Wave Race Blue Storm HD, and Super Mario Sunshine HD. And then X Saga and Yarn Yoshi.
Hmm.
I think they're going to
yeah.
go all in on a remake of Mario Sunshine.
They're just gonna take
I played
every
remake
single like good selling game on the GameCube and make an HD version and sell it for $60.
Yeah.
I
Sell it
would
for
play,
That's gonna be the Wii U library.
I
Yes.
felt like
Yeah.
when I played Sunshine the first time, I didn't really get a good experience out of it because I don't know why. I remember not playing it as much as I should have, so I kind of want to play it again because I didn't really play it all the way through.
It was.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
underrated. I think people didn't like it at the
You
time.
know-
It is really cool platforming game with the way it was designed.
Yeah.
It was pretty hardcore, actually. I remember it being very difficult.
Yeah.
But I
It
think
was
a game
better,
that
yeah.
really needed more ports, they should really do a remake of Resident Evil 4 for the Wii U.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They really should.
Definitely.
You know
With
what's
the
sad is
Ada
that would
Wong
sell so
Chronicles as
hard.
well. Yeah.
Have they come out with any more Resident Evil games since the really trashy one that people burned their discs for?
There were two really trashy ones, right? Like
There
5
was-
and 6.
Are there?
5 and 6, and then there was the one on the ship, which was evidently kind of good. And there was one more, the one that was like primarily a shooter, like an action game more.
Yeah. Oh,
okay, that's
right.
all of them
Oh,
now.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Bad,
There's-
yeah.
So no.
No.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that they didn't happen.
Yeah.
But they're gonna
basically.
announce Resident Evil 7, and everyone's gonna go, "Oh shit, is this the one?
Oh,
Is this the one that
no,
rekindles
please.
our love
That's
of
like-
Resident Evil, like
that's
Resident
like
Evil
the-
4?"
That's like the Sonic cycle.
Whoa.
Which, for me, again, like for me, it's like, oh, you know, a new Sonic game. Maybe it'll be as good as those old ones that I also didn't really like that much personally. I granted, you know, a lot of people like the original Sonics, and I mean, like, they're not. I will not say they're bad games. They're just not my cup of tea, really. But you know, yeah.
Leave Sonic alone.
Every
feel like-
time a new Sonic game comes out, I secretly really want it to do well.
Uh,
Right, and
One
then
of
they
them.
show him like wrapped in scarves and shit, and
I'm
then
gonna
you're like,
ignore that. They're hyping it up like they're like, this is gonna be a new way to play Sonic. It's gonna be different. I'm gonna give you credit. I'm
Not a
gonna
new way
wait
to
to
play
see some
Sonic.
gameplay, and then we'll see. But I really kind of want it to be good. Hopefully, maybe, probably not, but definitely not.
I haven't liked Sonic at all since it stopped being a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
Adventure 2 was that's the only Sonic game I've played. Was Adventure
really?
2. I loved it. I was a kid when I played it though, and it's a kid's game. It really
Yeah,
is.
I wasn't a big
Yeah.
fan of the Sonic Adventures at all.
I
they
really
tried
Adventure
every
2 's one of-
market out, by the way, for Sonic. Like they really weren't sure who was playing Sonic games, and they've just tried
Yeah.
to hit every
they,
demographic.
they really have.
Let's make it
It
like
got
a
so weird.
let's make it a weird romance story with a hot human chick.
It's the
Yeah.
most awkward shit ever.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah.
God, we don't
That was
talk about
weird.
Sonic 06. That
Oh, I talk about Sonic 06. I like that
we
game
don't
a lot.
talk about Sonic. 06.
It's so funny.
Well, you know what's weird is that like even in the original Sonic games, it kind of was like you played the casino level, right? And that kind of seemed like okay, he was kind of in a human world, but they didn't show any humans or anything, right? But then like they took it into that weird
Eggman.
place where it was like Sonic is like this weird, completely unknown superhero that nobody knows about, but he totally lives alongside humans with like 5 other creatures, and all the humans are kind of cool with that.
Yeah, they
And
don't
then
care at
there's
all.
also superpowers. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, whatever, fucking.
Yeah, it's the hedgehog guy.
Weird, crazy shit, and the humanity has gone on as well. And it's like, and then they'll see this random guy who's not even really famous in the world because people aren't just like, oh my god, it's Sonic, he's gonna save us again. They'll just be like, oh, all right. And then just keep walking around with their day, and it's like, what kind of weird universe have you created?
Yeah,
I don't
it's so
understand
weird.
it.
It is weird because like in Adventure 2, there's like 2 cutscenes with people in them. Like the whole time you're running around doing stuff, and there's one where you have to like catch up with the president and tell him stuff. I forget. It's been a long time.
Have you also
The
noticed
president, yeah.
the story of the game is the most malleable thing ever? From every
Yeah.
single game, basically, it's been a completely different universe to some extent.
Oh yeah.
The ending of the game was really
Like-
cool, but also like they saved the world in the end. The one of the last scenes is a bunch of people watching this thing that's about to kill the whole world come down, and they're all scared and everything. And then you save it, and
Right.
it's like yay.
It's like, is this a game for little kids, or is this Dragon Ball Z, or is this
Yeah.
fucking for
Yeah.
teenagers? What are we doing with Sonic?
It's so
The
weird.
The
game
whole
was really
thing-
fun though. I'm gonna say that the game itself was fun.
The whole thing with making Sonic friends with humans is just so weird because the whole canon of Sonic in like the Genesis era when it was still a 2D game was like there was only one human you actually saw really, and that was Robotnik.
Yeah.
And
And he was a
and-
cartoon character.
And he was a weird cartoon character that kind of like symbolized human expansionism and everything. And then every other character was an animal, and that was the whole thing. It was these anthropomorphic animals fighting against like humans,
The humans,
making
like, Capital
like
Planet or
getting rid
something.
of their forests and shit. And then suddenly it just turns into like, oh yeah, Sonic's a dude. He hangs out with humans. He's got a love interest who's also a human. It's like, and
got
it's
attitude.
never really explained. Like, what the fuck
He
do
goes
these
fast.
humans think of this
Look at
guy,
those.
and what does he think of them? It's so weird.
And also, they live in a completely like regular world beyond
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah, it's
there are just
so-
like small swaths of land that have naturally forming loop-de-loops, and then also just like regular cities. That's it. Like that's it. Like, what kind of fucking world is that?
Yeah.
I don't even.
And that
Sonic
stuff is
is-
okay as long as the story is supposed to be really silly, but as soon as you try to make it even somewhat serious, you've got to be like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What
I
is
want
this
a Sonic
world?
MMO where I can explore these cities in real time in a persistent universe, and you can see what the point of those loop-de-loops are and play as a human or a hedgehog.
Don't
There's a
say that.
highway level. It's a highway in Sonic Adventure 2, and there's those loop-de-loops. There's boosts
Yeah.
and loop
Oh, yeah.
on this highway. There's like giant gaps in it. It's
Like, what could the regular guy just commuting to work see that and be like, oh, what? Who the fuck is Who's
Like
the
a Dr.
architect
Seuss
here?
thing.
And then they're completely fine with that world. And then
Yeah.
they see like this black and red hedgehog just shooting guns and turning into a werewolf for some reason. Which, hold on a second, that's another one that's weird. It's like it's an animal that is already anthropomorphic, doesn't even look like a hedgehog, turning into another animal. What is going on in
Because
Sonic?
we see the default of those animals as human beings,
Yeah.
right? We sympathize with them because we think that their normal form is that they're just people. But then they can turn into other things, which are animals.
what if the whole
Yeah.
story of Sonic is this really strange, like other world, like they're all actually just humans, but they're all like mentally like they can't handle anything, and then it comes out as this weird mess.
Oh yeah,
I'd
there's a
play
whole
that.
like furry subculture thing in there. What's up with the TVs with the power-ups too? Why are they coming in TVs? Anyone
Yeah,
know?
that is pretty weird.
That
yeah.
is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one, like, that's
Huh.
something that happens in like in Mario as well, where it's just like random one-up blocks or something just scattered around the world. Like, oh yeah, that's kind of crazy. But the rest of the world is ridiculous, right? It's not based in like it's based entirely in fantasy, where
Yeah.
Sonic is trying to like set the world in reality, yet still have this weird, ridiculous shit. And it's weird. It's like an uncanny valley type of thing almost.
It is.
You know? It's just weird,
And
man.
when Mario
Well, it
tries to
started
make,
out
like,
as like an artisans that they wanted to make a surreal thing, and then it just went off the rails.
went all way
Yeah.
off the rail, like the rails.
I get it. Yes, because
Um,
he rides on the rails.
Rides on rails, riding on cars.
Mm.
But I completely forgot what I was gonna say, so I'm just gonna stop talking. I wanted to point out though, I guess if we're done talking about Sonic though, is that there's another game that I missed on here that was on the 3DS section, Star Fox 3DS.
Huh.
Oh, that's where the Star Fox was announced on the 3DS. Well,
Yeah.
whatever, I guess.
Yeah, thing still prints money.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe in
I-
Star Fox anymore. Ever since it became like an adventure game instead of
It
a
kind
game
of
that
followed
flies
the same
ships.
Sonic formula a little bit.
Yeah. It really
Yeah.
did.
That's the thing though that people that I think I mentioned this before, but Sonic or the Star Fox Adventures, if you ignore that it's Star Fox, still a really fun game. If you don't count it
Yeah.
as Star Fox.
Is
I'm
it?
not sold on it.
I haven't heard great things.
I only
about
heard bad things about
Yeah,
it.
No,
actually.
people hear bad things because it's like totally like why is it? It's not supposed to be. Even the game when it was developed, it was made by some company, and then Miyamoto came up and was like, "Hey, let's make this Star Fox." Like the game wasn't when it started out, it wasn't Star Fox. It was called like Dinosaur Land or something ridiculous
Yeah.
like that. But it's a really solid adventure game. I'm not gonna say it's great. It was fun.
Except like the part, like, not only is it Star Fox, like, even if you tried to abandon the idea that, like, okay, I'm gonna pretend this isn't Star Fox and then just play the game as it is, then you can't set aside the parts where they tried to weirdly co-opt it into Star Fox and like make it like when you had the really shitty R-wing sections where you just
Yeah.
have to fly through rings like it's fucking Superman 64, which you think at Nintendo would know, like, hey, why don't we just make a section where you fly through rings? Because that everybody loves that shit, right? Like, why is that the fallback for Nintendo games? Is like yeah, just, you know what, we can fly through rings. People like flying through rings, right? Like, they're just doing that. So like, and then it's just like this really shitty R-wing sections that are just terrible, and it's weird too because like you were playing that game and you were playing this really, kind of subpar Zelda, and it's like, all right, I mean, I guess this is all right. And then they throw you into an R-Wing, and you have to do this really, really shitty R-Wing section that looks like it was like thrown together in like 5 minutes.
I'm
And it's
sure you
like,
get really
I don't
excited
know-
about it too.
Yeah,
You're like,
initially
fuck
get
yeah, we're
excited.
finally gonna fly. Oh wait a minute,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
actually.
just flying through rings.
Yeah.
shooting
And then
meteorites.
suddenly you remember, you're back on the ground and you remember, oh,
I
I'm
think
supposed
the
to be
game
playing Star
actually
Fox.
opens up with an R-wing section too.
It does,
Oh
yeah.
god.
And it's no. The game opens up with you on a dragon in like it's like basically. An
Oh
R-wing
yeah, it starts
section,
out with
yeah.
her. That's right.
With her, yeah, and that one gets all weird because then you're flying on a dragon as a fox lady, and then you
Okay.
shoot monsters, and
You
then
lost me.
Yeah, and then no, here it gets weirder, because then you get onto a ship, a flying wooden ship that's filled with triceratopses that are dying, and they tell you their story, and triceratops
like
ghosts.
A plot of Doctor Who.
And then
What?
and then the creepy blue fox lady goes and fights a Tyrannosaurus, but he's a Tyrannosaurus man, which is weird because the rest of the Triceratopses were just regular old Triceratopses. They weren't Triceratops people, they were just regular Triceratops. But the Tyrannosaurus is just a Tyrannosaurus man. And then he knocks you off the thing, and then it's an R-Wing section where you fly through rings. And it's like...
You missed the best part, though, is that for some reason, they decided to hire a language maker, and they made a very own language for the game itself.
Oh my god, did they really?
Yeah, and so the dinosaur man and the fox lady actually speak in this language, but they say words in English randomly. Like the dude's name was General something, so he'd be like Muktalak General la la la, and it was really like weird.
Wow, sounds like Jabba the Hutt there.
Oh
yeah, yeah. And then, but that
scales.
that was
what it was.
Yeah,
sorry.
And that's the thing that I was gonna say is like you do get excited for the R-Wing section. It's like, oh my god, Star Fox in a Star Fox game, I can't wait. And then you find out while playing in the R-Wing section, I really fucking hate this R-Wing section. I want to get back to the shitty subpar Zelda section. And it's like, what have you done to Star Fox?
Yeah.
Like
Why have you
every
made me
part
hate the plane? Yeah. And then they did Star Fox Assault, which is also fucking awful. Because
I played that one, and
so Star Fox jumped the shark then, and
Yeah.
I think that's
Star Fox
kind of
Assault took away the only good part of Star Fox Adventures, which was the land part, and it really worked.
Well, no, that's the thing is that they did the land part again, but they did it too. It was like it's called Star Fox. It's a fox in space. That's the whole concept of the game. Don't put me on the ground with a machine gun shooting. Like
they have such rich narrative to tell you about, Rob. Why would you waste that?
How much I really care. And they made it a linear story as well. Like it's just you go down a straight path. It's like, why do I want a scripted, shitty Star Fox in which I have to run around on the ground with a machine gun and pick up power-ups like it's Doom, but it's third person, and also a really awful control system because you wanted to make it feel like a R-Wing on the ground, but not. And it's just like, just fucking Nintendo, just make fucking Star Fox. Just make Star Fox. All right? It'll sell.
I want to say something controversial here. I think I may have outgrown Star Fox.
Like even 64? Like you didn't like that?
Well, so here's the thing. I really liked the original Star Fox. I was like 8 or 9 at the time when that was new.
Mm-hmm.
The N64 version, I was like, what, 12 or 13? So I was like right in that prime market. And now that I've gotten older, I've changed a lot of my views on things. And I mean, they're fun games, but I don't think that they're high art. I don't think that there's something that couldn't be reproduced in another formula that's not so much of a Saturday morning cartoon, which... I mean, no offense to people who are into it, I just think I'm not as into it anymore. So looking back on the game, the gameplay is fine, but I don't think it's good enough for me to care this much.
Okay, yes, it is kind of a superficial game in that it's just basically an on-rail shooter, right? And so, granted on that. Also granted, the original Star Fox really was like a graphical showcase, kind of like Crysis more than it is a game,
sure.
But Star Fox 64 kind of perfected the formula in a sense that the gameplay is still fun despite being an on-rail shooter. It has minimal moments in which you have like downtime or it's not fun, and like all of the things that the game does, it does the best way to do it. And a couple of moments in the game, it forces you to play in a different way, which I like in a game as well. Now, the other thing that's interesting about Star Fox 64 and the original Star Fox as well is that they're branching paths.
That's
and
the thing that it brings to the genre, yes.
And it's completable in an hour. So it's functionally, it's very similar to a roguelike in a way, because if you lose, you
don't
just
say
lose.
that.
I know, but I mean, it is kind of... But I mean, it is like if you lose, you lose. But and you have, and it's like an hour to beat the game. Well, and if you beat the game in an hour or you don't, and that's sort of like how you play it. It's fun.
I agree. I still to this day go back and play it, and it's like you look at it. It's it's like a 2 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour long game, and it's just really fun to go and play again. Like it feels nice. It's satisfying to shoot things in the game, and the levels are really well designed, and they're fun to look at. It's pleasing.
You can change your path.
And the characters are fun. The characters are, Slippy's fucking annoying, but you like to, Slippy's annoying in a good way. And
Yeah.
Peppy is like, dual barrel roll, motherfucker. Okay, I'll do one.
And they didn't. You know what was good about it? Like I was saying, like the core things that made the game fun, namely flying in an R-wing and blowing shit up, is what you do in the game. They didn't try to like overlay some shitty story. Like the story is just like kind of in the background and it's kind of important, but not really. You're just
The story is
things.
literally
And,
like go and kill this guy on
I
this
actually
planet.
really appreciate that they didn't bother making any real story. I
Yeah,
actually
me
think
too.
that's good.
That was really
Exactly. It's a game about the mechanics of the game. Like that's what it is. Like that game, you play the game because you just want to fly around in the R-wing and shoot stuff, and I feel like they lost that. They lost that idea. They tried to make Star Fox into Zelda because I play Zelda for the story. I do. Like that's I want to hear the story and I want to see how it links up to the rest of the worlds. I don't want to do that. I don't care about that in Star Fox very much. I would love to see an upgraded out of, like, imagine that, the branching paths, right? And then you upgrade outside of each mission as well, like different things that you can do and specialize in a way as you go down this path. And what if there were like a bunch of branching paths and like paths inside of paths and make the game, you could go as many times as you want and you could change up your build and change how you fight and give different.
I can't believe an
elemental
indie dev
powers.
hasn't made this exact game because it
Yeah.
seems
I
so
know.
right.
It's really obvious.
Me too. I don't get it either. And why would you not even just make it with like the simple polygonal graphics like the original? Like you could get away with that too if it's still fun.
Totally, yeah.
You know?
That's the issue with the Metroid Prime series, though, in a way, is that the first game was all about exploration, atmosphere, and it was just really satisfying combat, and it was fun. And then as the game progressed into the next games, they tried so much more to focus on story elements and focus less on the exploration aspect. And so that's why we got Metroid Other M, which was fucking...
A lot of the
I don't
strengths
feel
of
like
Super
Metroid Prime
was a lack
2
of story.
was more
Metroid 2 was
storyish.
good, too. No, Metroid Prime 2 was actually... I would call both 1 and 2 really good, but 3 started getting weird.
3 started getting storyish, yeah.
And then
You sacrificed atmosphere with parallel dimensions, though. I can't stand when you split up the world. Yeah, because you don't have a contiguous, like, environment. You're splitting everything up into these compartmentalized worlds in your head, and you can't see how they all connect to each other because you have to go randomly through other worlds.
I actually really liked
I did like it too. I liked the mechanic because it wasn't just 2 worlds and you went through, like, you had to find the right way through each, and each world had, like, it wasn't just this is a hallway and then the other world it's also a hallway. Maybe it's a hallway in one and then there's a gap in it in the other one and you have to find another way around, and it's I liked it.
I thought the Dark World was really cool.
I like using practical logic to figure out the lock and key puzzles for Metroid, so having to think in a third dimension like that kind of bugged me. But that's just a personal gripe. I don't begrudge it.
Yeah, I can
totally
the issue
understand
with Metroid
it,
Prime 2 was the horrible fetch quest at the end.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I don't know.
Prime 1 had that too.
No, Prime 1 did it so much better, though. Like, in Prime 1, you're told from the very beginning you're supposed to do it, and you can go, while you're playing the game, gather these things and find them.
I'm with you on that.
And it was amazing. This is what I made my video about. Like, it's so perfect. It's the right kind of fetch quest that, yes, it's a fetch quest, but you're doing it as you're playing the game and as you're exploring. And if you didn't do it, then at the end, you're gonna have to go back and find each one. But they give you hints to each one and how you can get to it. And perfect, good, so good. Metroid Prime 2, you had no idea you were supposed to do it until you got to it, and then you had to find like 12 of the things all at once and go back, and that was stupid.
Yeah.
It comes across as kind of epic when you're looking at the entire game in the context of there's this overarching plot that I'm also supposed to be fulfilling, whereas if you put it all at the same time, all of a sudden it's just a burden.
Yeah.
You just don't feel like dealing with it.
Right.
Yeah, I think I was actually too stupid when I played Metroid Prime 1 to really get that I was looking for those things. Like, I thought they were optional extras, so I did end up going on a big fetch quest at the end.
I can see that.
I was... God, how old was I when I... Probably like 12.
Yeah. Came a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. I was not a smart 12-year-old.
That's my game that I want to see them make a new one of that's not fucking Other M. I want to see a new Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I'd be fine
Metroid.
with the new Metroid.
Yeah, I want a 2D Metroid.
Go away, Nick. You don't need to be here right now.
2D
I'll
Metroids were
live
so
with
much
another
better.
Prime, but I want it to not be Prime 4. I want it to be like a reboot of the franchise again.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
I'd like another Metroid Prime 1. I don't want another Metroid Prime 3.
Yeah. Agreed.
I was never into the Metroid games, even the old ones, really as much. But I would totally take a new Metroid game. Like, I would totally take that. I just don't want another Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong. I love Donkey. And Donkey Kong Country Returns is fucking great. It's beautiful and wonderful. So is New Super Mario Brothers. But just make something exciting and new.
When Super Mario
You
Brothers
can-
comes
they're
across
doing-
super
it's
generic to me.
easier. It's too easy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it feels like it was like a lack of creativity. Like it was like a last minute like oh shit, we need to put something out next year. What can we do? Fucking just throw Mario on the name. Let's do that. And like that's what it feels like.
but the thing is that we're not a problem with Mario. We want our 3D Mario though. We want our Galaxy Mario.
Yeah. I want a new Mario 64. That's what I want. Just like straight up.
Yeah,
Mario
yeah.
64.
How do you
like,
frame
that's-
that anymore, though?
I
The
need to do it the
scope has
same
got-
kind of way.
Is
the
that
scope
not pretty
keeps
much
getting
Mario
bigger, man.
Galaxy?
That's true. That is the issue. Is that Galaxy is literally like you're going to separate planets. But I think didn't Galaxy do it to where you went to a planet, you did one thing there, and that was it?
Yeah.
Because
Are you saying they should just have like actual planet-sized planets where you have to go through the whole
Oh my god.
surface of
I
the
don't know.
Earth?
I feel like it's Mario. Like that's the kind of game
In
that I'm
Minecraft.
okay with them repeating a formula that's already done because it's a Mario. It's platforming. You can't really like platforming is just platforming. You can't build on it that far.
I
Yeah.
want a Mario the size of each continent available from the start.
And
where you
it's
can go to
randomly
Europe.
generated.
Yeah,
Minecraft.
it's basically just Minecraft. Actually, I
Yeah.
just want Minecraft.
Mario Minecraft.
I just want
Minecraft.
Mario skin for my Minecraft.
I want like a survival multiplayer zombie game with it's Mario.
Yeah, that'd be good. I would play that. You know what's amazing to me though is
Mario
like
Z.
it's weird that like
See.
like game companies still don't really like I don't think they ever will really get it. Like you see something like Mario, the original Mario,
They're
right?
businessmen.
Like it was like yeah, right. Well, that's the thing. That's part of the problem. But
They chase trends and
there's
money
not-
trails.
And just because of capitalism, really, it's hard for it to not be this system. But basically, like you look at the original Mario game, right? Or not really even. I don't even mean. I mean Mario Brothers, not Donkey Kong. But you look at that game, and it did really well, right? So what do game companies do? They see, oh, these guys came up with this new unique idea that hadn't been done before. We should just copy it. You know? And it's like, oh, okay, so all of the other products, you know, they did all right, but they didn't sell as well as that original. Okay, so that strategy didn't work out. Okay, so Halo comes out. Hey, why don't we try copying it again? And World of Warcraft, let's try copying it. And you'd think after the 20th time of just being like, hey, Minecraft came out, this new, unique, and original idea where you ask the player to have emergent gameplay and think for themselves, and change the way that they've played games before or something. Maybe players just want just that, so we should just copy that instead of trying to come up with something new and unique.
I can tell you why.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I know why too, but it's just.
It's a safe
It's
bet
kinda
versus a
sad.
risk.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Even if they
yeah.
have a certain idea of how well something's going to perform based on a bunch of weird analytics they've done, if they can just say, well, this will do 70% as good as this blockbuster hit, we know where we can take that money. And so they'll do that.
No, I know. I know, it's just sad.
I think that's what a lot of game makers are missing. Like the things that indie game makers are doing well because they're trying to make good games. But like we have all these games that are focusing on realism, and they want you to feel like where is the this is gonna sound weird, but where's the magic in the games? Like even Skyward Sword, which was a flawed game, and I think it's not very good. Even though that's all true, it still brought me into a whole different world while I was playing it. It was still immersive. It was still I was still excited to see the things in it. I wanted to progress because I wanted to see what else it had.
Yeah. I love falling asleep on the toilet.
And I think that's why I think people or like someone like me at least, I don't know about anybody else who's upset with Nintendo. I think that's why someone like me is especially upset with Nintendo, because they were like the last bastion. Yeah, that's like they were the last bastions of people who were just gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna take a risk. We're gonna make fucking Pikmin because whatever. We don't know if it's gonna sell. We don't know if people like the idea, but maybe they will. So we have the resources and the name and the brand to do it. So fuck it. Let's try something new. And they just haven't done that in a while. And
that Pikmin was the last one, basically.
Yeah,
I think it was.
And it was like
they're all Miyamoto.
That's
Too. That's the crazy thing. It's all Miyamoto, which
exactly
that man is fucking a magician with games. Why is he not still doing that?
Yeah.
To think that
it's
one
sad,
man gave us Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, fucking all of these amazing IPs just by one man, it blows my fucking mind.
But you know, it's
Yeah.
a two-level thing. It's not just all of that. It's the fact that they both kind of moved away from being creative and taking risks, but also decided to chase a different demographic for a different reason.
Yeah.
So that's like
Yeah.
everybody that cares about what they're doing, let's just not talk to them anymore for a while. And we'll sort of pay lip service to the fact that they still exist, but we won't really care that much because we're really after these other kids who are, that's where the money's at. You know,
Right, yeah.
I mean, we can be where the money's at too. You just need to woo us and you
Yeah.
don't care.
And you know what? Yeah, I'll also say, considering that E3 has just happened, and for you guys,
Oh,
and,
this
like,
might
as-
all be
as-
like solved by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we're fucking wrong, and I
That would be
really hope
hilarious.
that we are. That would be so good. I would be so happy. You know what? This is one of those situations where I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong. But until I'm wrong, I see another 2D side-scrolling like Mario or something really safe. That's
Say
what I see.
95% chance that we're dead on right to be cynical.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I haven't been
That's-
excited by an
that's
E3 in a
Nintendo.
while.
We're not gonna. Microsoft, Sony, and all the third-party developers are not gonna give us those kinds of games. They're-
exactly. Yeah.
They're
That's
not.
why
why-
indies
that's
are such a
why-
big deal.
That's why the indie has been able to do that for me. Fez brought me into this whole amazing new world. It was awesome, and I loved it. You know, just games like that are able
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah,
And
just
why-
like
Yeah, I know.
Channel,
small
basically,
teams are
because
allowed
it's
to
a
innovate.
discussion.
Indie has sort of replaced Nintendo for me as well.
Yeah.
Really, it's just like that magic and wonder of like creativity that you can just do whatever
Yeah.
you want in a video game. Like that is there in indie games because they'll just do whatever, right? They'll just like I don't know.
they
if
don't
it's
have to
gonna sell.
justify to investors like
Right.
this is why my idea is good. They just do something that they would enjoy playing, and often it turns
Yeah.
out well.
Yeah, exactly.
And
You
it's
know,
that you can align with a single individual with a vision, which is many times the case, or a small team, versus a corporation filled with tons of red tape and hundreds of people who everything
Right.
has to be tailored and focused, grouped, and peer-reviewed. And it's like, I just want to see what one person's strong opinion has to say instead of a diluted puddle of other people's opinions.
Yeah. And that puddle is just filled with like, oh, we throw this in, because people want that online multiplayer co-op
Yeah.
or
Mercedes-Benz DLC.
blood. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like only online DRM.
It's
Yeah.
going to be really funny for me because I've made this a habit for the last 2 years that I do a chat while the E3 conferences are going, so all of my viewers that want to hang out will just talk about it as it's going. So if it turns out that I was wrong on a bunch of these points, I'm just going to have such a red face during that whole conversation.
I'm trying to
Again,
find
you
out
know
when the Nintendo E3 Direct is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I
mean,
hope it's not during the NLSS.
Again, for me, it's like you know what? I'd be so happy to be wrong about Nintendo, but if people want to say I'm wrong, if I am wrong in the chat, then just keep in mind that this opinion of Nintendo is informed by basically 15 years of them not doing shit. You know. So like that's why. Maybe maybe they did it. Maybe they turned it all around. But
Yeah, I hear you. This year
15 years
Nintendo
say,
promising a digital event. This isn't being called a Nintendo Direct, but it's still a new kind of video program. It will air 9 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday, June 10th. So Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 1 a.m.
Alright.
1 p.m.
Well, we'll have seen you there, I suppose.
Yep, we
Yeah.
will have done that.
Yep. So
And
We
yeah,
should wrap
we'll
up
have-
this like 2-hour-long
This is a
episode.
long
Yeah,
episode,
it's
but
a long
I really
episode.
enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Very
Yeah.
fulfilling.
I'm sure some people, if you stuck it out, then write scoop loops in the comments.
Yeah, I'll
So-
take some scoop loops here too if you
Yeah,
got
some scoop loop.
Scoop,
Yeah,
scoop
scoop
loop.
loops.
Scoop loop me. Yeah.
scoop loops. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining
Why
us
don't we-
again, and thanks to Green for coming back. We missed you, buddy. I'm glad you're here.
Mhm.
Oh, thanks for
Yeah.
having me on again. I don't like Magic very much,
conversation.
but I do like you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This series is more about us than the
Yeah.
Magic.
Why don't we just have a podcast,
sure.
guys?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
It's
really,
never that
yeah.
easy.
It never
exactly,
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
New episodes Mondays and Fridays. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.